Hi, everybody. Welcome to 2020. So, the holidays are over. That means we're back to eating healthy, or at least healthier. Tonight, we're making a low carb, low fat, heart healthy, keto friendly, and diabetic marinara. Stay tuned. You'll be amazed at how tasty and simple this recipe really is. So we start with 1/2 medium onion, red, yellow, or white, diced up, 4 cloves of garlic, diced as well, or sliced anyways, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have my heat set on about 2 or low, and I just want to saute the onions and garlic until they're translucent. This should take a couple of minutes. I'm also going to add in 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. That is, of course, optional, but it really gives a nice little punch of spice to the dish. And this really is a nice basic marinara recipe, so not a lot of ingredients involved here. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. I chose the option of no salt or sugar added for mine. If you want to go really rustic, you could also put in about 2 pounds of just raw beefsteak tomatoes cubed up. That'd be fine as well. That'll just add to your cooking time, though. So a little bit quicker to go with the 2 cans of 28-ounce crushed tomatoes. Next, I'll add in some herbs. There are 2 different ways you could do this, of course. Now, if you're using fresh herbs, you want to wait till near the end of your cooking. If you're using dried herbs, you can put those in right away. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of oregano and 1 tablespoon of basil. I'll also add in 1 teaspoon of salt substitute. And that's it. That's the entire marinara recipe. What we'll do next is, I'm going to let this come to a boil. So I'm going to turn that heat up about 7 or 8. And then once it comes to a boil, or once my olive oil starts to separate from the sauce, I'm going to drop that temperature down to 2 on my electric stove for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll drop it down to a simmer or low. Now with this recipe, how long you cook is going to affect how it tastes. So the shorter the cook time, the sweeter and redder the marinara will be. The longer you cook it, anywhere from 30 minutes up to 4 hours, the spicier and darker the marinara will become. So it's really a personal choice there. Today I'm cooking mine for just about 25 minutes. So here we go, 25 minutes later, and it smells incredible. It's a nice, thick, chunky sauce at this point in time. And if you like a chunky sauce, you can stop right here. You're done. You're good to go. If you want a true marinara, though, where it's nice and blended, mixed together, you're going to need to get out a blender. 2 schools of thought here as well. You can use a standard tabletop blender, but bear in mind that when you put hot liquid in one of those things, they tend to shoot the lid off and make a big mess. The immersion blenders can also make a big mess, as you'll see in just a moment. My suggestion is start on low with the immersion, and then go turn up the speed as you get more comfortable. But be careful, because it is going to create a suction on your pot, and there's a chance you might make a mess if you're not used to using this kind of a blender. Right here, just create a suction and move my pot off the heat, so I have to be real careful and put it back on. Once again, go kind of slow with this kind of a blender until you're used to using it, or else you could make a mess, tip your pot over, or spray your countertops down with sauce, and you don't want that to up. There we go. So on playback, I see that I just kind of sprayed the camera lens with marinara sauce. So yeah, it's easy to happen. Be really careful when you're blending your marinara together. After about 2 or 3 minutes of blending, you should have a nice, smooth sauce, and it's good to go. It really is. At that point in time, quick and easy. Cost around $3 or less to make, as opposed to buying the store-bought low-carb marinara. The store-bought brands are going to be $7, $8, $10, $14. Making it for $2.50 or $3 is a lot easier, I think. There you go. Enjoy, everybody.